What's going on, guys? We're bringing a new video today, a bunch of you have been asking for, and that's finding out whether or not the Ottawa Senators NHL team can win the Ahl Calder Cup. If you guys didn't know, obviously, Senators aren't the best team in the NHL right now. They're actually the worst by quite a bit, and in this game, they're also tied for the lowest rating. If you look at their top players there, you can see they have Thomas Chabot, Craig Anderson, Chris Tierney. So aside from Chabot, really not a whole lot there. I think that is like the three lowest rated top three players of any NHL team. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Like, they should win the AHL, but there's some decent AHL teams. You never know. So they're actually tied with Vancouver there with their lowest rating with 87. But if you look at both teams, Vancouver's team is definitely a little bit better, even though it is the same overall. So we'll do all the most authentic settings. I do have to turn off salary cap so I can actually send all the NHL guys down. Otherwise, it wouldn't let me. So I'm thinking I'll probably also turn off computer trades. Just because with the salary cap off, they're going to be making a bunch of stupid trades. So just to kind of play it safe, I guess. And as always, guys, these are the most authentic settings. So skill there, superstar, period length 20 minutes, game style, full sim. Hopefully that'll give us, an authentic result. They really should win the Calder Cup. It's a bit of a joke slash meme, really, this video. But you never know with the sim, whatever else. It's going to be fun. Alright, guys, so I just swapped our NHL and AHL team. Even before the swap, our NHL team stats would be builders. So now they're just, like, for sure going to get last. Before, maybe they get, bottom 5. But as you can see, we have our AHL team playing up in the NHL. So curious to see as well how bad they do as on top of how good the Senators do in the AHL. Or I should say Ottawa Senators, because NHL and AHL team are both the Senators. They do have Mike Condon at least, who's an 80 overall goalie, so that'll help them out a bit. But they're going to have a rough go for sure in the NHL. Now, the AHL team, obviously, is stacked. It's an NHL team. So we have Brady Tkachuk, Tierney, Bodka on the first line. Ryan, White, Duclair, Smith, Pajot, Gabrick, Lindbergh, Gibbons, and PRV. I actually switched Smith to a winger, Gibbons to a center, just to kind of give us more depth. Defense, Chabot should tear up the AHL. Like, we should have somebody get a ridiculous amount of points. I'm thinking Chabot, maybe Tkachuk. Defense isn't too bad. Now, I've had AHL teams though before with like all mid-70 defensemen, so aside from Chabot, it's not that much better than some AHL teams. And then in goal, Craig Anderson, 83, is a pretty high-rated AHL goalie. Nielsen, there are some like 78, 79 AHL starters, so we're the best AHL team for sure, but we're not like above and beyond by huge margins. So for sure we're making the playoffs. But honestly, like, depending how the playoff sim goes, we might not win it. I do want to see, though, our ratings compared to, like, another AHL team. So right here, guys, you can see our AHL team's ratings compared to the Utica Comets. That's Vancouver's AHL teams. Honestly, not too bad. 11 higher offense, was that 9 higher defense, and 11 higher goaltending. So, yeah, we're much better. I think that's Thomas Chabot on the left. Does not really look like Thomas Chabot. They definitely could have done a better job with his in-game face. Also want to show you guys the NHL team. They're up against the Toronto Maple Leafs here, so this is going to be really, really bad. We'll see what the difference is in ratings here. Again, just for fun, Okay, it's not as terrible as I thought it'd be. So Toronto's got, what, like 17, I think that is, higher offense, 11 higher defense, 10 higher goaltending. So should be a fun year to sim. Obviously, we don't care how bad the NHL team does. Just hoping for Ottawa's sake, their NHL team can win the AHL Calder Cup. Alright, guys, we're at the trade deadline here. As you can see, our AHL team, which is really the NHL team, is tearing it up, 51-7. I think we started out like 11-0. I didn't think we were ever going to lose. And then I think actually the Grand Rapids Griffins handed us our first loss. Or actually, it might have been 7-0, my bad. NHL team, obviously, is doing pretty rough, 11-46-5. I feel bad for them, but luckily this isn't real. So Thomas Chabot, he is our leading scorer, as I figured he would be. 62 points, 58 games. Honestly, he should be doing even better than a point per game or over a point per game in the AHL. Quick look at the NHL. Batherson, I kind of figured he'd probably lead the NHL team. I think he's the highest rated player. 33 points, honestly, is not too bad for him. So our AHL team already has a playoff spot locked in. 102 points there at the deadline. We probably actually had our playoff spot locked in before this. Like, in our division, the next best team has 63. We are just so much better than every other team. NHL, how far behind are we? About 30 points back there, Montreal, for second last in the division. So we'll send the last month and a half here and then see if this team can actually get done in the playoffs. So we're not at the end of the regular season, guys, and check this out. 65-11 final record, 130 points, absolutely unreal. Pretty sure the AHL season's like 10 games shorter than the NHL as well, so even more impressive. Also, one thing that's kind of crazy, didn't lose a single game in overtime, so I have to go look how many games we won in overtime, as if we got to overtime, looks like guaranteed win. Don't have a single OT loss, which is kind of crazy. Can't see the NHL record there, so definitely will have to check that out as well. Yeah, so 76 games played, only 6 games less, I guess. The NHL, and 130 points. Just crushed it. Obviously, I think we won like President's Trophy equivalent in the AHL. Shabbat there, 84 points in 76 games. So probably led the AHL in points. We'll definitely have to take a look at that. Colin White there is actually second, 72. Did not go up in rating though. I figured because we're playing the AHL, it probably doesn't matter as much. Bodker 64. Tierney 63. I'm not seeing Kachuk, who was playing first line there with White and Bodker. So that's a little bit strange. 35 points. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe he wasn't on the power play or something. I just let it be like best lines for the power play. I figured it didn't really matter too much. Let's see the goalie stats here. So Anderson, .944 save percentage, a 1.36 goals against. That's pretty good. 16 shutouts on the year. So yeah, he pretty much averaged like 1 goal against per game. Nielsen, 18-3. Save percentage would be good if he's in the NHL, .92. Really good actually. Goals against there, basically 2 goals against. So again, we said how he's like a high-end AHL starter, kind of at 79 overall, but I'm pretty happy with that. So let's check here and see the entire AHL. Did Shabbat lead the league? He did, okay. White was in second. You got Hosang there, Bodker, Tierney. So a lot of our players, what do we have, like 5 of the top 10 guys. Cannot complain about that. Also, we'll take a look, I guess, quickly at the NHL team, just to see if it was Batson who led the league, or led our team in scoring. We're on the wrong team there. Let's see, Ottawa Senators. And Batson did lead in scoring. Only had 42, though. Didn't even get to 50. Logan Brown, 40. So, bit of a rough year there for the NHL team. Let's check their standings, too, here before we look at the AHL. So, obviously, last in the division. How many points do we have? 40 points. That's probably close to the record for, like, least amount of points ever. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. I'm sure someone knows. Montreal squeaks in there as the 19th team. And, yeah, we're 35 points behind second last Rangers. Rough go, that's for sure. AHL team, though, yeah, we crushed it. North Division, sorry, that's first, and entire league. Next closest to the Philadelphia Flyers AHL team, 106 points, but had a 24-point lead on them. I mean, how many more wins do we have? Yeah, we had 17 more wins. They had 10 OT losses as well, which added up quite a bit. We just crushed it. I mean, obviously, the best team. How many OT wins do we have? Can we actually see that stat? So, yeah, it doesn't show because that counts as OT. So I don't know how many games we won in OT, but we never lost in OT, so that's all that matters. So we'll get started with the playoffs now. See how this team does. So in the first round of the playoffs, guys, we're up against the Binghamton Devils. Look at this AHL team. I mean, it looks like an AHL team. It's actually not even that great of an AHL team, to be honest. There are some 70s, a lot of 60s, though. Blackwood, though, is a decent goalie. Usually, when I build an AHL team, I try and get as much 70s as possible. Obviously, we have a good amount of 80s, so should fly right through this team. Watch us, like, lose 3 in a row or something stupid. We've lost, like, what, 11 games all year? So we'd have to lose 4 straight in the playoffs. I doubt it, but you never know. We started out with a 1-0 loss, but answer back. Some close games, actually. An OT win, then we just crushed them, and that's away as well, 10-1. Like, we show them what's up, and then another OT win. So, they played us pretty tight there, considering. Next here we have the Cleveland Monsters. And right here, guys, look at their line. So, forwards are pretty similar, honestly. Maybe like an extra 70. Defense is a lot better. Harrington's a 77, Carlson's a 78, 275s, only 160 there, 69. Nice. Corpusalo 81 is their starter, so their starting goaltender is almost as good as ours. Merzlikin at the backup, almost as good as ours. So yeah, they have good goaltending for sure with Corpusalo. Obviously, Columbus has Kincaid now as the backup in the NHL team. So goaltending has destroyed us before in these sims, but ours is better. And then the forwards and defense is still not even close. So we'll see what happens here against Cleveland. First 2 games at home, 3-0 win, 2-1 OT win. Okay, so I think Cleveland's a lot better of a team, but yeah, looks like we sweep them. I don't know how the Devils got that first game off of us and then had 2 other games forced to OT. So I'll see now who we're playing in the conference finals. So the conference finals here, guys, we have the Providence Bruins. Their forward group's a bit better than the last 2. The top 9 there is all 75 or 76, which is really solid. Fourth line's not too bad. Defense, all 70 plus. So yeah, they've got a good AHL team. Who's their starting goaltender? McIntyre 72's all right. So definitely the best forward and defensive group we've faced yet. But goaltending, we have a big advantage. And obviously, there's still forward and defense still isn't compared to ours. Duclair there's our leading scorer in the playoffs so far. 8 points in 8 games. So we'll see what happens here in the conference final. If we beat them, obviously, on to the Calder Cup final. Really, it should be obvious, but the sim is so crazy, you never know. Okay, we win our first 2 games. Big 5-2 win at home, and then a 5-0 shutout win. Heading to Providence now, next 2 games, and they actually do take the 4th game there. Avoided getting swept. Games 5 and 6. Oh my god. 2-1 loss, 3-2 loss. Are you kidding me? Game number 7, conference final. 3 losses. Is that in a row? 3 losses in a row. I don't think we've had 3 losses in a row all season, which is why I was saying 4 losses in a row to not win the Calder Cup. The chances of that are so slim. So we'll send this period by period. I'll do the same if we do make it to the Calder Cup final. If not, that would just be hilarious. First period. Do I not know how to sim period? I do not. So big first period. Wow, 3-2 for them. Are you kidding me? Second period. Wow, we answered back. We're an NHL team. Let's wake up, boys. Colin White gets 2 goals. CC and Smith. We're now 6-3 lead. And they do get 1, but hold on there to a 7-4 win. Kachuk, only goal there in the third from our team. I can't believe we were down second period conference final to an actual AHL team. So, in the Calder Cup final, we had the San Diego Gulls. Let's go check out what that team's looking like. I'm trying to think. Anaheim's AHL team is probably not too bad. I feel like Jacob Larson could be on it. I'm not sure kind of what the NHL team's looking like. Obviously, that's going to kind of dictate who they send down. So, let's take a look here. They got Waugh, 75, Street, Sherwood, Trop, Steele's a 79. You guys will know tomorrow. Steele's a pretty sick player. Jones, I mean, so yeah, a lot of mid-70s, only a couple 60s, similar to Providence. AHL team there, defense. AHL defense, all 70 plus. Chad Johnson's their starter because they have Miller as the backup. 81, so he's only a couple below Anderson. Goalies are kind of even. Their forward and defense is about as good as any team we've played yet. So, Providence pushed us to 7 games. I could see San Diego possibly pushing us to 7 games here. So, let's see what happens. First game, obviously at home. We're best probably AHL team of all time, at least in the regular season. So here we go. First period, no scores actually. Even shots. Second period, we get a couple, White and Smith. And there we go. We actually shut them out. Even shots though, 33-27. So only 1 by 2. Like, these teams are playing us tough here in the playoffs. And game number 2 here, guys. First period. Big first period. Wow. Smith, Tierney, Pajot, CC. 4-0 lead. They do get 1 from Waugh, so 5-1. Big third period. They get 3, we get 2. But obviously, hold on there. 7-4 win. So we're up 2 games. Potential sweep here in the Calder Cup final. I feel like that 7-4 win, Game 7 Providence. The boys just woke up there in that period. And they're like, you know what? We're not done. We're done playing around. We're winning this thing. Game 3, nothing in the first. Second period there, Ryan gets a couple. We're up 2-1. And Pajot there probably, or no, it looks like he actually got a regular goal. I was thinking maybe an empty netter, but big 3-1 win. That was pretty close. Obviously, they had a chance all the way till late in the third. So game number 4 could possibly win this in San Diego. Obviously, going to have to watch the celebration here, see what happens. So, first period, 2-1 lead, Duclair and Tierney. Second period, Duclair and White. So, let's just resume sim here and see what happens. Alright, guys, we got 1 more goal from Bodka on the power play to make it 5-2. And a minute left there, we'll just sim in. Yeah, their team's not bad. Like, 82 defense, we're only 6 higher, only 3 higher goaltending. The offense, though, ours is so much better. So, as we figured, the NHL team does win the Calder Cup, but honestly, it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Alright, guys, we got 8 seconds to go now. They actually scored a goal on us, and then we just put in an empty netter with Colin White. So, your Ottawa Senators are going to be AHL Calder Cup champs. I mean, they deserve it. As we know, much better team on paper by far, but still, like I said, it was very close there. Curious to see who, like, the AHL playoff MVP is, whatever the Conn Smythe equivalent is. I think, too, Thomas Chabot should get the trophy. I don't think we actually have a C. We have 3 alternates, so hopefully it just goes to, like, the highest rated of the 3 that are wearing an A. I mean, I've got the handshake line going on. I feel like the San Diego Gulls are probably just saying, you know, why don't you go back to the NHL where you belong and not have to ruin our season here for us. And actually, we do have a C, guys. I'm not sure who this is. Number 71. I have no idea who this is, actually, that's wearing the C. I thought we had 3 A's, but there you go. Hoist in the Calder Cup. Who is this? I actually have no idea. Oh, Tierney. Okay, so they gave the C to Tierney. I guess, like, a computer coach. I don't know. Must have done that. I should have gave it to Chabot, though. I guess he just has the A, though. Gibbons there. A bit of a veteran, 4th line center for us. Obviously, Anderson's going to get it pretty soon. There's Anderson, you can see lifting it up. You get the classic Calder Cup pick. Not quite as, nice as the Stanley Cup pick, but still pretty good there. Pretty good team there. Obviously, well deserving, I'd say, the Calder Cup. So we'll go look at the awards now. Should have gotten quite a lot. And as you can see here, guys, the NHL playoffs also just ended. Boston Bruins there, your Stanley Cup champions, but we're really not too concerned with what happened in NHL. I actually did do a quick check. We didn't win a single NHL award, obviously. Like, I don't really know what we even would have won. Like, maybe, like, the sportsmanship or whatever that defenseman award is. Maybe we could have gotten that. So I want to show you guys our playoff stats. Unfortunately, I can't, as, like, the assistant GM must switch it around so it's best lines when the season ends. And Justin Falk here is the only guy still in the AHL. All the other guys are in the NHL, so I can't... They're not in the AHL roster, so I'd have to, like, individually look at each one to see the stats. But we didn't see who, like, the leading scorers were there. That kind of sucks, but whatever. And obviously give you guys a quick look at the playoff tree just for another recap. Of course, where are we? Beat Binghamton there, first round 3-1. Swept the Cleveland Monsters. Providence took us to 7, then swept the San Diego Gulls there in 4. So probably Providence would have beat San Diego then in the final, just looking at it like that. So awards here, we should have quite a bit. Calder Cup we have. President's Trophy, essentially regular season champion. Won the Eastern Conference in the regular season, obviously too. We won our division, so we also won the, whatever, like, Prince of Wales equivalent is. So we had, like, 5 team awards there. Player awards, Thomas Chabot, of course, they had the most points in AHL. Let's see here, you also got the MVP. Wallstrom had most goals. Wallstrom's always just scoring so many goals in this sim. Colin White, outstanding rookie. Chabot also got best defenseman. Anderson, best goalie. He also got the MVP there of the playoff. Colin White there, sportsmanship. Cernak got community involvement, and then Anderson, lowest goals against. So if we would have had community involvement and most goals, we would have won every single AHL player award, and we won every single AHL team award you can possibly win, because you can't play in multiple divisions. So we did pretty much as good as you can do. I feel like sportsmanship, they just felt bad for some other teams. They want to give it to us. And then most goals, Wallstrom is just an absolute beast in this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that again. We did expect them to win the Calder Cup, but still, Providence gave us a run there in the conference final. I was not expecting that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please do that. And as always, guys, thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Goodbye.